Hello everybody, my name is Burd, and welcome back. Today we're going to be continuing with our playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. Gonna do this recording session almost immediately after, well, not immediately after, a day after at the very least. My previous recording session, so it's a little bit more fresh in my mind.
Don't go making me throw you back in there now, eh?
Yeah. So last we had left off...
Sid brought back with him.
I did. Poor thing, all dressed in dirty rags. I'll have to make a new dress for her.
Anyways, Clive had been 100% confirmed to be Ifrit, which makes sense. That's what makes the most sense to me at the very least. Just wondering who that supposed other dominant of fire is.
Finally crawled out of the crypt, eh? You look like it. Although I thank you for doing us the courtesy of covering up.
Don't.
Ah, still have a bit of fight left in you? Then listen. I've arranged a meeting with Gav. In case you've forgotten, you're the one he's been putting his nose to work for.
For nothing.
Just listen. While you've been relaxing in your cell, Gav's been busy sniffing out your dominance. And according to his last report, he's picked up the scent. Gav's gone to a fair bit of trouble for you. The least you can do is hear the poor bugger out. He's going to meet us at the King's Fall. Pack your stuff. We'll leave as soon as you're ready.
I mean, obviously, whoever this other dominant is, they're clearly a mystical force of some type. They haven't visibly aged in the, how long of a time skip was it? Was it 7 years or something to that effect? Or 13? I can't remember exactly. A decent time skip that happened hasn't visibly aged. The fact that they were there during the initial Ifrit transformation, and then the fact that they were there during the second, just does definitely suggest that there's something bigger at play. Plus the weird ethereal voice that Clive had heard
You all right now, Clive?
in the last missions we did.
You're not gonna go mad again, are you?
And everyone here already seems to know that I'm Ifrit, and you'd think that people would be more freaked out about that.
Make it quick. Well, I ain't the cook, am I? Look.
Oh, okay, I thought there was going to be voice acting. Look, Sid needed a smith, and I needed a smithy, and I needed a smithy. Call it a marriage of convenience. Well, I can't read today. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is hotter than the side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearers suffering for me.
You got anything needs repairing?
You got anything that needs repairing or retooling? You bring it here, along with your own materials, and any scraps left over, I keep. Simple enough.
So, what'll it be?
Looks like I got a bastard sword recently. Didn't even notice.
Should last you a good while.
Oh no, it's to craft. Duh, Nate. Mate, what are you thinking? Okay.
Yeah, that should do you.
Pretty low stakes upgrading so far, but I guess we'll see more later.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
So it just increases your HP by 3 points. That's pretty negligible, especially at this level. Maybe it's if it's percentage, then maybe later on. But I mean, even then, 3. That's really, really paltry. Not even a percentage. A quarter. Yeah, barely. Kind of sad. All right. Let's do
Should last you a good while.
the most defense physically possible as it stands, because why not?
My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you.
Wonder if I can break down excess equipment that I've picked up into building materials, or if I can just sell them. Yeah, okay. Look like it. Nope, looks like it just sell them. That's fine. Where was Karen at? There she is.
Look what the girl dragged in.
Let's find out more about her.
Taking an interest, are you?
Taking an interest, are you? Wondering why such a comely, cultured lady would cast her lot with this rabble? Because she's got a special arrangement with the rabble-rouser. That's why. I scratch Sid's back, and he scratches mine. Use me old trading connections to bring in whatever him and his little band need, and they pay what I ask.
And to sweeten the deal,
And to sweeten the deal, he's given me a home here, far from prying eyes of those who'd wish me ill, and there's no shortage of them, believe you me. Nope, did not mean to leave. Let's go back into that menu.
yes. What going
Kind of a shame that there's not
down?
full-on voice acting. Yeah, let's just sell all these.
I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer.
Yeah, I'll keep all the
Finished, are you?
crafting items and such for later. I imagine I'll probably just want to keep them just in case. That chocobo, the black hammer. Let me... I don't know when we unlock the ability to summon a chocobo, but let me go to the chocobos. Maybe it's available now. Ah, no, I got my hopes up. What a shame. Got any new lore? Clive Rosefield, Imperial Bearer turned deserter, who joined forces with Cid to hunt down the second Dominant of Fire. However, after being drawn into a fierce battle with Benedicta, Dominant of Garuda, the power of the mysterious icon Ifrit awakes within him, and he discovers that the Dominant of Fire he has long been searching for, the one who killed his brother, was none other but himself. The Hooded Man. A mysterious man that many believe to be a Dominant of Fire, Clive first saw him at Phoenix Gate on the night of the Imperial invasion, and for years believed him to be the Dominant of the icon that killed his brother, but to Clive's eternal chagrin, he is proved otherwise. Gav. Cid's faithful scout, who puts his legendary nose to work in tracking the movements of slavers, soldiers, and any other object of interest to the hideaway. The ever-agreeable, the cadence is completely screwed up in my head today. The ever-agreeable fellow, only too gladly delving behind enemy lines, if he can get a good story or two out of it. Alright, let's get out of here. Get out in the world and fight some more stuff. Oh no, wrong way. Unless I can, is there any way to just exit to the map? Not that I'm... Oh, open the world map. There it is, duh. The Wages of Guilt. Alright.
Not so long ago, this here was a thriving trade route. Then the Blight came. The people left. And just like that, it was deserted. Making it the perfect little shortcut. Gab's waiting for us up ahead. Come on. Still feeling sorry for yourself?
Don't. Please.
Think about it, Clive. The rumors all point to... That was an Imperial signal. They shouldn't be here. The old fort's been abandoned for years. Our little chat can wait. I need to see what the bastards are up to. You go on ahead and meet up with Gab.
But we both know that...
No buts about it.
Hunter and the Hunted. Wonder if there's any, like, benefit to actually petting and interacting with Torgal, or if it's just a purely pointless interaction.
This is stupid. I'm the Dominant of Fire.
We sent Galv on a wild goose chase.
I mean, obviously the hooded man is still out there. Good. Guess it's just not occurring to Clive. You know, this game is kind of a weird mixed bag of... Ooh, spiders, fun. A weird mixed bag of graphics, because like sometimes the character models look great, and then sometimes they look like they're worse, if not like barely better than how they looked in Final Fantasy 15. I didn't play 15 all that much. I gave it a good, I think, like 12 or 14 hours of just trying it. I really did give it my most, and I just was not having a good time playing it. And that was even, I ended up playing it after they had ended up rebalancing and changing a lot of the story, and it was whenever it released for PC. And even then, just couldn't bring myself to actually enjoy it.
Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boys. What now?
Ooh, fun. Oop.
Not this time.
Yeah, the only thing I really did like about 15 were the party members and the interactions, and even then, like, Noctis was a horribly boring main character. Also didn't like the fact that they tied lore to a really terrible movie on top of that. Oh, can I not bring him down? His health is halfway. Weird. Or not his health, his stagger meter. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, because I remember it saying that if the stagger meter was below half on greater enemies, you would bring him down with Deadly Embrace, but it just doesn't seem to be happening. What a shame. Ouch. Alright, I need to start paying attention. Ouch.
Give me fire! Take this quickly.
Ooh, ouch.
Over here. Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy.
Kept getting hit like an idiot, but just gotta wake up, I guess.
Another perfect little shortcut, Sid. Straight to a nest of bloodthirsty beasts.
Oh, and I'm all out of healing items. No, I actually do have to try. I take it back.
Can't be much further now.
Ooh, ouch. Oop, come on. Yeah, down here to my level. There we go.
Come on. Let me through. Stay down.
Oop, thought I dodged in time. Dodged a little bit too early. Okay, now I can bring him down. I guess it's only during their stagger animations you can bring him down with Deadly Embrace, but...
Not this time.
Getting better at this enemy type. Pretty spongy, though. That's even with a decently upgraded sword. There we go, finally. Those things got a lot of health.
What is it, boy?
After him! Don't let him escape!
Gav!
Who goes there? This one's a deserter! Take his head!
Out of my way.
You made your choice!
That's enough.
Any more? There we go. Oh, hey, another dragoon. And a dragon, too. Fun. Or I guess it's more of a wyvern.
There he is! Don't let him escape! Kill the deserter!
Hey, the more the merrier. Let's do it. I'm not gonna actually get to fight them all. What a shame.
Clive, what's the situation?
You're late.
Gav's in trouble!
What?
The Imperials are on his tail. We have to get to him before they do.
Understood. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? I'll take the dragon. You take the dragoon.
Ouch.
Die, you bastard!
Come on down.
Sorry, lad. Don't know how much help I'm gonna be here.
Nice try, Goober.
Alright. One down, one to go.
Man, he already took down the dragon? Jeez. Ouch. Ouch. Nope, thought it would dodge in time. Baited it out too long.
Since when could these bastards fly? But what goes up must come down. Bloody time waster. Come on, let's finish him off.
Sounds like a plan. There we go.
Come on.
Shit!
Clive doesn't have your nose, I said. He'd stumble off a cliff, I said.
Well, that's the trouble with a nose like mine. Can't help sticking it where it's not wanted. But if it wasn't for you two, my sniffing days would be over. Thank you. Truly.
So, what news?
Well, found out where your friend's heading for one thing.
Gav,
Him and his mate are on their way to your old stomping ground, Rosaria. You should have seen what they did to the Imperials who tried to stop them. There's no question about it. He's a dominant fire, all right.
he can't be.
Clive, I saw you turn into an icon before my very eyes. And yes, there's a good chance it was you who killed the Phoenix. But we weren't alone, were we? There was the fellow you saw enter the whirlwind. I saw him too. You didn't dream it, Clive. He's out there.
But who is he?
Don't ask me. I don't bloody know. But I do know one thing. You're gonna find him and find out. After all, you swore an oath.
What?
You swore you'd avenge your brother's death. That you'd never rest until you'd hunted down the man responsible. So, find out if this man's responsible and kill yourself if he's not.
Sid,
Don't thank me. Thank Gav.
Thank you, Gav.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No birds returning this year.
The Deadlands have swallowed their roosts, like as not. We're running out of time.
We'll be in Rosaria in a day or two.
Back to where it all began.
I see red hair, that's probably Joshua. Yeah, alright, that was kind of expected.
He must be stopped.
Not sure I really understand how, because wasn't he there whenever Joshua was much younger? Assuming that's, I mean, it looks like an older version of him, red hair. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Spitting great gouts of fire he was, like a bleeding volcano.
Ever seen a volcano?
What? You think I'm having you on?
Clive! Your friend! She's awake!
Right.
Go to her, you fool. Right, you lot. Enough slacking. Goots, come with me. Gav, go and get those wounds seen to.
Oh, give it to me straight. How long have I got?
So?
All in good time. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Jill.
Anything to do around here? Nothing. Probably of any genuine importance.
Let's get this fixed before someone does themselves in.
true then. It really is you.
It is.
Clive! You're alive.
So are you. I still can't believe it. Are your wounds healed?
Yes. Talia told me what happened. You saved my life.
After nearly taking it, I had no idea. Forgive me, but how did you ever come to be there, Jill? Fighting for them.
The Iron Blood. They invaded not long after the news arrived about Phoenix Gate. Rosaria had lost her leaders. The Duchy was in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw our weakness and pounced upon it. They killed the men and captured the women.
And took you back to Ironhome.
I thought they meant to have their fun with me before the end. But the end never came. My powers awoke, and everything changed. It all happened so fast.
We were told that the Iron Blood had captured a dominant and planned to bring her on their latest crusade.
They gave me a choice. To fight for them on the battlefield, or see my countrywomen slaughtered.
And they call us dominants.
What? What happened, Clive? What happened at Phoenix Gate?
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No, that's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
It's the truth. I changed into him again, not long ago. The second icon of fire. The one responsible.
Clive.
When I think back to that night... The hooded man, he spoke to me. What did he say? XVI. We have found you. What did he mean?
Clive, we should go back there, to Phoenix Gate. I need to know what really happened, and so do you. You need to know for certain. And if what you told me is true, and you did what you said you did, then we will face it together.
Jill, All right.
You'll be needing a change of clothes, then. Out you go, your lordship. We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
Sorry.
I'll see you soon then, Clive.
I should make ready too. We've a long journey ahead of us.
We're looking at half a dozen.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
He really is.
I wonder what it's trying to say.
They even have a Moogle. I've never seen one in the flesh.
Oh, so it's gonna talk. Unfortunately, they're not
Said my
voiced.
father's best
What a
year
shame.
that they live deep in the forest, and that they never reveal themselves to humans.
He knows his stuff, but what he doesn't know is that the nectar in the bowl is no ordinary Moogle.
Nectar,
Kubo.
you say? Clive.
You understand Moogle tongue, Kubo?
So it would seem.
Finally, Kubo. I've been trying to talk to these people ever since the winds carried me home, but none of them understood a word I say. I've been banging my...
That sounds...
Goes by fast. Oof.
painful.
But now you hear my pom-pom safe at last. You can hear me. You can actually hear me, Kupo. It's our little secret Kupo. I'm really glad that they didn't try and make this design more realistic like they did in 12. It's perfect the way it is. It's okay to have some silly fantasy in a fantasy game, even if the fantasy game itself is relatively serious. You got a quest?
Ah, Clive. I trust you're settling in?
Gradually getting used to the place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping you might be persuaded to come to my aid once more. Your services will be rewarded, of course.
I don't doubt it. Seems to be the way around here.
We strive to be better than those we once served. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again in need of a pair of hands to deliver sustenance to our esteemed companions. I have 3 meals for 3 industrious souls. What say you?
Sure.
I'd be happy to help.
Marvelous. The 3 individuals you'll be seeking out are busying themselves about the hideaway. You'll find one by the entrance, another in the bunks, and the other guarding the cells. Thank you once again, Clive.
Guess I won't have to go terribly out of my way for it.
Have enough teams to follow every lead. No, not even if they were teams of one.
It's a shame the Moogles aren't voiced or anything.
Maybe more.
You! Newcomer! I need help.
What's the matter?
It's my assistant. She left to gather soil, and I've seen nothing of her since. I cannot concentrate one whit for fear of what might have happened. Please, I beg of you, will you go and check? I have to know.
All right, I'll go.
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
Whereabouts is she?
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwig. Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none. Now go, and do not linger. Why, it may already be too late.
Alright. So deliver a meal to the residents near the entrance. Gonna be over here, I'd assume. Is it you?
Something smells good. For me, I hope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
There's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat down here, reeking of the stables as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh?
Truly.
Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
Though I guess saying something smells good whenever you're, working in the stables probably is a little bad for optics. Right.
back so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kenneth sent me. He thought you might be hungry.
He wasn't wrong. The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of these bars now, you hear me?
It's gotta be pretty lame to be the only guy kept in prison around here.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for some wild Mickey berries.
Can I help you? Kenneth sent me.
Ah, wonderful. Do you hear that? Our food has arrived. Does your appetite still elude you?
Is he sick?
I'm afraid so. Those no longer in need of a Physicus immediate ministrations are sent here for further rest. I tend to those who cannot tend to themselves, which leaves me very little time for anything else. Happily, Kenneth sees that I stay fed. I would be lost without the kindness of good people like him and yourself. Thank you.
I think that's everyone. I better let Kenneth know.
I wonder if the reward was worth it.
Could really do with a proper place to train. We're looking at half a dozen, maybe.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
She's just saying what we're all thinking, I guess.
Ah, you're back. All done? Wonderful. Here, your reward, as promised.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. I'm glad you've witnessed it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven. And you will always have a place with us, should you desire it.
It's kind of you to say so.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it. I look forward to all that you will bring to our little community.
Alright, what do I get out of this? Single gill bug. I guess it can be traded, so. You have anything else to say? Nope. What a shame.
What do you want?
To say farewell. We're leaving.
Good decision. Better that than buried out there in the black. You've got a lot to thank that girl for, you know.
I know. And I will.
Now, what do you really want? We both know you don't come here for conversation.
You're right, but buy these gill bugs for me. Oh, and some black blood to sell? Okay. Oh wow, that's notably stronger. Man, I mean, at this point, I probably shouldn't even just waste my money on upgrading anything if they're just gonna sell me something that's notably better. For not really that much. I mean, like, it's like one boss fight worth of gold. Is the damage worth it, though? That's the real question. And you know what? The bigger number looks better in my head, so that's all that matters. At least I didn't waste my money upgrading defensive equipment.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Two of those.
I'll be here.
Sell this
I'll
thing.
be thankful you got that much.
Uses a potency of healing potions by 20%. That's a pretty good item to equip.
I should probably say thank you to Gav, too.
Yeah, we will in a second. When equipped, pet commands are executed. Okay, no, I don't care about that. Okay, yeah, those are all the timely accessories. How we doing? Ooh, we got a lot of ability points. Awesome. Oh, so, that's an evasive move that does damage. Cool. What about you? Summon a tornado that slowly hunts down nearby enemies upon ensnaring them. You know what? I'll take the, Rook's Gambit. That sounds a lot cooler. I wish it told me what the upgrades actually affected. Whenever I upgrade a skill I already know. Blade, charged magic. Yeah, let's do the charged magic. I use that a lot, so. Oh, fully maxed out. Okay. And, tell you what. Probably just hold on to my ability points for later. Who knows, I might find something that I want to waste my points on instead.
We're looking at half a dozen.
Where's Gav at? There you are.
So your mind's made up, is it?
We'll be leaving for Rosaria as soon as we're able.
Back down memory lane, eh? Rosaria ain't what she used to be, Clive. Not since the Imperials moved in. First sign of trouble, you make straight for Martha's Rest and ask for the landlady. She's a friend of the cause. Tell her you're with Sid, and she'll help you out.
Understood. Thank you, Gav.
Yeah.
I'd be lost without you.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. No need to make such a fuss. You take care, alright? Oh, I'm crap at goodbyes. Where's Sid when you need him?
Give him my regards when he gets back.
I will.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ready, my lady?
Ready.
You know what? Let's go save the assistant, just because it'll probably give us a chance to fight more stuff, which I'm not going to complain about in this game. Alright. Where you at? Oh, right over there.
Someone's in trouble.
And they're just gonna sit there and make funny noises at her and not actually attack.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Martel. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right. Well, you should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems unlikely, but I won't argue with you. Thanks.
Soil, then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant?
And the last but not least. Or probably least, it's just soil.
That should be enough. I better get it back to the hideaway.
Whoops. Gosh darn. Used to using my PS5 controller on my computer, so the share button is just a select button whenever you plug it into a PC. It just never used my PS5, so it's kind of odd getting used to the little things like that again, I guess. Now, if they keep porting the PlayStation 5 exclusives to PC, I'm just gonna end up probably selling it. I mean, there's no reason to keep it around. I mean, the only reason I bought it was for PS5 exclusives, but with them just porting things, and I'm willing to wait a few years for the most part to play something.
There you are. And all safe and sound.
Well, yes, she's standing right there.
Not the girl, the soil. Did you bring it?
Yes. Here.
Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
But that's...
That's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay, although you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? I know it's not much, but it's something, at least. I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Alright, what sort of pittance did they give me for this? Just some crafting materials. Alright. Now let's continue with the actual story.
Rosaria. It's been 13 years.
But this breeze, the smell of the grass, it's just as I remember it.
You haven't been back either.
I couldn't. Branded, keep a close watch on each other in the Imperial Army. You'd get beheaded just for knowing a deserter. The only way out was on a mission.
I see.
Mostly I was afraid. Afraid to go back.
I know.
But I'm here now. thanks to you. We should press on.
That inn at the top of the hill must be Martha's Rest. Gav said the landlady's a friend.
But can we say the same for her patrons?
Imperials don't tend to take well to those with my mark. If anyone asks, I'm a branded soldier, sworn to protect my noble mistress.
You know, I wonder if they used, like, facial models and facial scans for the characters in this, because some of them look, like, almost like they were modeled. Like, actually, like, hand-modeled instead of, just scanned in. I mean, if that's the case, it's really refreshing. I'm kind of mixed on just actors being scanned in for characters rather than characters being made. I mean, I don't mind characters being based off of models and such. I mean, I know, like, a lot of the Half-Life character models were based off of actual human beings, but for the most part, they were, what's it called, handmade. Just based off of photos and samples. Not just straight scanned in. Adds a personal touch. We are really just messing up this probably poor, uncaring beast that just wanted to sit out here and eat grass. You know what I just realized? I forgot to equip the other Garuda ability that I got. Yeah, let's get rid of that Wicked Wheel. I'm not really a big fan of that. No, okay, so I have to wait until out of combat to switch. Lame. Whoop.
Not this time. Too slow.
It's kind of like a tapir almost with the way its nose is shaped.
Not this time.
Alright, let me equip that other Garuda ability. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Rook's Gambit. How does it actually feel to use? Oh, that's great. Feels a lot like the Counter-Strike that you could equip for the Sword and Shield characters in Dragon's Dogma. Alright, we could probably stop bullying the wildlife and move on to the story, unless the wildlife tries to bully us.
Very well.
Alright, I want to test out this Gambit ability. Cool. Let's get out of the bushes. Can't see a thing. Or we'll just kill him before we even have to worry about it. See, I may give up on the wildlife, but the wildlife won't give up on me. I see a chocobo.
They never finished building the bridge then.
After what happened at Phoenix Gate, it didn't seem the highest priority.
Oi! Stop. Here, you couldn't give me an hand, could you? Typical. A bloody bearer. Just when I thought my luck had changed. Still, better a crumb of crystal than an empty hand, I suppose. Though it pains me to use another man's branded. Here, you understand me, don't you? I need your help. These blasted birds must have caught a whiff of my cargo, and now they've got me surrounded. You know, it's really late as it was. I've got something special needs delivering before the rest, but I dare not leave my cart untended. You couldn't run it up to Martha's Rest for me, could you? Needs to get there quick, mind.
Fine.
That's the spirit. All right. Here. You hand that to the stable master and no one else. I'm owed a little something for it. If he gives it to you, pass it along to your master by way of thanks. Be off with you then, and don't go taking any detours on the way.
Wonder what's in there, because they're so interested. Maybe it's just food or something. We're just gonna stand around and honk at it, I guess. Alright. I don't know what that critter was, but it looked cool.
Here we are. Martha's Rest.
That's one of our branded. Do we take him in?
He's not one of ours.
Are you the stable master? I was asked to deliver this to you.
This is for me, right enough. Not sure what some bearer's doing.
Oh, they're
but
probably
it's me,
Geishel
though.
grains. I didn't even think of
Where's
that.
that fool of a peddler got to?
He couldn't come himself. His cart's surrounded by wild chocobos.
Huh. Sounds about right. He'll have it full of Gizal greens, no doubt.
Yeah.
Crammed with him, if I know him.
Gizal greens.
Chocobos go mad for them, don't they? And if you forget to seal the cart up tight, the smell gets out, and birds come running from miles around. Don't get me wrong. They're a fine investment for a savvy merchant, especially around these parts. But you can't get greedy, as our mutual friend is learning the hard way. Still, I got my wares, and that's all that matters. Be sure to pass your master my regards.
So they're pronounced Giesel greens? I always pronounce them Geishel greens. And you know what? I think I'm far too stubborn to start pronouncing a Giesel.
You barely have to step out.
I wonder if Martha is as friendly as Gav claims.
Guess we'll find out.
Let's go and find out, shall we?
That's what I just said. I get a shop. Let's take a peek. What's up, buddy?
Anything catch your eye?
No. Doesn't look like it. What's that? The Founder's Footsteps Orchestration. Oh, okay, yeah, it's just to have the Bard play something else in the hideaway. Unless it's a man with, unless it's the man with a machine gun arrangement or something from Final Fantasy VIII, I don't care.
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking, and why they have an Imperial bearer with them.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rosaria. Even a Stratton lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said you might be able to help us.
Follow me. Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Martha, an old friend of Sid's. He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined recently. I expect that's you. So, where is it you're headed?
For Phoenix Gate. We have questions that need answering.
Is that so? Well, if you want to avoid the garrison, the road through Eastpool's your best bet. Or it would be, if the bridge hadn't collapsed. A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks. I did ask our carpenter to take a look at it. But he went out on another job, and he hasn't come back.
Do you think something might have happened to him?
Fingers crossed he's just taking his time. The alternative don't bear thinking about.
We'll find him. And make sure he's safe. We both need that bridge repaired. Your carpenter sounds like the man to do it.
I see why Sid's got such a soft spot for you. If you could, I'd be in your debt.
You said that he went out on a job?
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
The marshes were dangerous at the best of times. We should hurry.
There's a ladder to the side of the gate. That's the quickest way down, if you've a head for heights. His name is Bernard. Should you find him well, tell him Martha sent you, and that he's wanted at the bridge to Eastpool.
Alright. Looked it up and,
To the marshes, then. Let's find that ladder.
Yeah, looked it up and, they apparently used facial models for this? I guess that makes sense. And, that they actually scanned them in. But, if so, Squeenix isn't showing them off for marketing or anything like that.
Here's the gate. Then that must be the ladder.
Very to the opposite of Capcom, because I know, like, with the Resident Evil 4 remake, they were showing off the, Ashley's, face model scan. Or face scan model. What was her name? Ella Freya? Aya Freya? Something like that.
What was that?
It came from under the bridge. Come on. There he is.
Hold on, we're coming!
Garuda, lend me your strength! That's
Don't let them get away. That'll help. Stay down.
That was weird. Tried to have Tortle throw it in the air, and he just kind of sat there and healed me instead. Alright, don't worry, I'm on my way.
Keep your distance, boy.
Thank you, my lady. You saved my life.
Not at all. You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn round. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd have been snipped into strips by now.
We're just glad you're safe.
I best go and give my regards to the landlady then, eh?
Actually, she asked that if we found you, we should beg you make haste to repair the bridge to Eastpool.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there straight away.
Oh, you're telling me I can't just Phoenix shift right over that giant hole?
The trusses are still sturdy. It's just a matter of replacing the stringers and relining the deck. I'll have it done in no time.
Thank you, Bernard. We were hoping to take the road to Eastpool ourselves. We're very grateful for your help. And sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
I owe you my life. Fixing a bridge is the least I can do. Thank you, my lady. And you too, son. You're with Sid, ain't ya? Me and him, we go way back. Not as far as Martha, mind, but far enough.
I see.
Well, I best get cracking then. You go and let Martha know I'm all right, and she'll have her bridge back soon enough.
We will.
All right.
The bridge will be fixed when it's fixed, all right? But I was supposed to be in Eastpool yesterday.
I hear the levies are due to go up again. Do you like that?
Wonder how I do upgrade Torgal, because I mean I can, obviously. But how? How do I increase his pedigree? Let's see. Oh, increases as Torgal accompanies Clive in battle. Okay. As its level increases. Well, how do I increase the level? I guess just by using it, I'd assume. And hopefully Torgal is just a permanent party member, because it'd be nice to just always have him with me. Can I interact with him? There you are, buddy. Cool dog. Nope. There might be some new lore for us. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, Martha's Rest. It's Martha's Rest, a small settlement huddled atop a rocky tor, overlooking the swampy lowlands of southeastern Rosaria. Sellswords gather in its barracks, hawkers in its street, while those short on work can be heard singing over flagons of ale from morning until night in the village's eponymous tavern. While the former duchy may want for cheer, since being annexed by the Empire, the rest is a rare spot of sunshine among the gloom, and most travelers make a point of stopping over when they're passing through. Imperial Province of Rosaria, a nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm with Rosalith at its capital. When the duchy was left leaderless in the aftermath of the attack on Phoenix Gate in the year 860, the Ironbloods seized the opportunity to attack the capital. Their campaign did not last long, however, as the Holy Empire of Sanbreque soon returned in full force to stake its own claim, leaving the once proud duchy no choice but to submit and become an imperial vassal state. Martha. Landlady of the Golden Stables, the tavern at the heart of Martha's Rest, she is also a friend of Sid's cause. Friend of Sid's cause. It sounds weird. Anyways, keeping the hideaway supplied with both victuals and information on developments in Western Storm, a second string to her business that she strives to keep secret from the Imperial authorities. And Alliance. Those who do not call the hideaway their home, but nevertheless lend their strength to Sid's cause. There are many in the twins who balk at the persecution of bearers, but cannot find within them the courage to oppose it, knowing what fate awaits them should their sympathies be exposed. Others take the risk, aiding Sid's bearer liberation efforts with information sent by Stolas, monetary assistance, or direct action.
Ah, you're back. What happened? Did you find Bernard?
We did. He's fine, and he'll have the bridge to Eastpool repaired soon.
Well, thank the Founder for that.
It was lucky we found him when we did. The creatures out there are not to be trifled with.
It's the Blight's fault. They'd nothing to eat in the north, so they come down here hunting for food. He can't keep going out alone. I'll have to arrange a guard for him. But anyway, thank you. I don't have a lot to offer in return, but you're welcome to rest here until the repairs are finished.
We'd be delighted.
Can I get you a drink or anything while you wait? Flagon of Imperial Gold, perhaps? Tastes like swill, but it'll slake a thirst.
No, thank you. I prefer the truth. About why there are so few bearers around here.
Yes. There were more of them when we were young. Far more.
Is this the Empire's doing? Have they been sent away?
They have, aye. Either to the Legions or Oriflamme. Seems the miners at Drake's Head are having a hard time keeping up with demand of late, so the bearers make up the shortfall. Time was they used to dole out crystals like sugar plums even down here in the provinces, but not anymore. Nowadays, they'll jump at any excuse to confiscate our bearers so they can be put to work elsewhere. I always knew the Empire treated their branded like shit, but after seeing it with my own eyes, well...
Ah, Thea! Congratulations on the new arrival. And you got the little laddie with you?
It was a bearer. The boy I carried for 9 long moons. A bloody bearer.
Oh, you poor thing. You gave it to the constables then?
Just left it at the garrison, aye. Let them deal with it. Couldn't wait to be rid of the blasted thing. Been wanting it gone since the moment I found out.
Well, it's all dealt with now. So no harm done, eh?
Mum, you weren't my brother, was he?
No. But you'll have one soon enough. You just have to be patient. All right?
All right.
Unbelievable, innit? Bearers may have been looked down on back in Archduke Elwin's day, but they were still human beings. Now they've fallen so far, a beggar wouldn't spit on them. Since you're not drinking, do me a favour and take that to the Abbey. There's a darkness at the heart of this world, and I'd have you see it.
And we'll see it at an abbey?
Glademond Abbey, on the shore of Sorrowwise Bay. The abbot there is a friend. Tell him Martha sent you, and he'll show you what I mean.
Understood.
So are bearers born, or... Because that was kind of weird, because she made it sound like... She said that she carried it for 9 months, and then it ended up being a bearer. So, is it like a lottery system, where it's just random citizens are chosen to be bearers? Are they born bearers? But if that's the case, I guess they're not born bearers, because Clive was wasn't a bearer at birth. Huh. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more. Wait, let me see where I'd even go. Oh. Oh, duh. Man, well, that was really silly of me. Here, I was thinking I had to come all the way down here to head over to that. Okay. You would think it, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. There's all the water and such, which just wasn't really paying attention.
Make sure you're aiming not at the fish there, son.
Come and have a look. Don't be shy.
Fresh cuts, fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts.
Wait. Or maybe yeah, I think I'm getting bearers and branded mixed up then.
I knew that children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
Oh, they mean bearer by someone that can bear aether. Oh, okay, no, yeah, okay, I got that mixed up. So I guess a bearer can become a branded, or they're forced to become branded just by the nature of... Oh, hey, look at that chocobo. Just by the nature of, or bluebird. By the nature of their abilities. And we are just messing up these poor birds. Alright, where am I going? Alright, there we go. Sometimes just a weird thing will happen in combat where like I'll be in the middle of like doing a combo and then my character will just get really stilted feeling, for lack of a better term. I really do wish that there was more direct, regular square input attacks where you could pause in between and it'll physically change up the combo. At least to spice things up, because it's kind of a shame that there's only like a basic 4-hit combo. But I mean, you can spice it up with a little magic, but I mean, that's really it. It'd be nice to have like swing, pause, and then swing, swing, and then there's like a different animation like how Devil May Cry does it.
Let's go and see.
A decent amount of experience for at least just fighting wild stuff. I guess they are a little bit bigger, so I guess it makes sense why I can't just rip a chocobo right over to me. I wonder if to upgrade Torgal I also have to be using his abilities more. I mean, luckily they're spammable, but it's just remembering to actually do it. Just kind of forget about it. I still wish there was a more direct way to launch enemies too, like in Devil May Cry. I'm just gonna keep referencing that because it's probably my best frame of reference since I had combat directors where you could just pull back on the analog stick and press square. And you would fling an enemy up into the air, and if you held it down, you would fly up into the air with them, and you could do an aerial juggle and such.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Grieger go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you.
The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can, for the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
Alright, so using magic in this Final Fantasy's world is mostly just a drawback, and it's just gonna kill you in the end, and I guess that does recontextualize the beginning whenever there were just bearers drawing water out of aether crystals, that they were just basically being sent to their deaths to perform menial tasks. That sucks.
Stay down!
Oh, you little sucker. Get over here. Deadly Embrace is pretty fun whenever you pair it with just like throwing them away from you and just grabbing them back and just doing that over and over again. You have anything to say?
I had a bow to call my own.
Nope. Interacting with Torgal seems it's like sometimes you can and then sometimes you can't.
Fetch.
Oh, okay, so I guess it just depends on if you're already working on something context sensitive, like going up an elevator. Alright, he's level 3. Cool.
Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there, son.
Yeah, just having little kids sacrifice themselves to keep some fish cold.
It was good, honest work building that aqueduct.
Back when we had proper leaders and proper trades. No.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength?
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us. And know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate?
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
You know, you'd think that dominance would be resistant to the petrification that happens to bearers, but guess not.
Ah, the slumbering chocobo. Welcome to the Brotherhood. You're free to come and go as you please, even to the north, now the bridge is fixed.
Don't you worry about them boards. I use good solid lumber. It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
Alright, thanks, bud.
Martha said the blight had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Then we shall have to keep our wits about us.
Oh, okay. These ones actually want to fight us. Unlike the ones that ran in front of us earlier.
Don't let them get away. Keep your distance, boy.
Oh, yeah, let's not jump right into another fight that we don't need to jump into. Save ourselves some time. Unless we can't help it, of course.
Give them all you've got, boy.
You there! Over here!
Sure, why not? Maybe I'll get to
Excuse me,
kill something
I'll
cool.
use that blade of yours. Curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait. That's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You one of Martha's, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Well, there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Made out baked, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey, but it made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
All right.
Why not?
I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Aye, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
They were in my path anyways, so.
Keep your distance, boy.
Alright, so if you use Ravage whenever they're in the air, Torgal knocks them down, but if you use it whenever they're on the ground, he knocks them into the air. Ow. Sucker. This guy's got a lot of health for just some standard wolves.
Now to find this Bryce and let him know the road's safe.
Yeah, it was along my way anyways to even talk to Bryce, so no harm, no foul.
Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves, so I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Look, the windmills. That must be Eastpool.
Never would have guessed.
I remember coming here with Lord Murdoch when I was young. Rosaria seemed a very different place back then.
Doubt there's anything over here, but well, let's take a peek anyways. Just because my curiosity has been piqued. Oh, hey, treasure chest.
quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
"13 years of killing. 13 years, without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while. But seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah. If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
Here I was talking about getting new costumes at the beginning of the session, and we got the cover art costume already. I was expecting to get this later on. And we got a new sword, too. Swords that have been forged in the flames of Mount Drustanus Invictus has been passed down through generations for use by the Archduke's family and his closest shields. Archduke Elwyn presented Invictus to Rodney Murdoch on the day he was promoted to Lord Commander of the Ducal Army. Then, some other Vambraces and stuff. And hopefully, I'd imagine that these can be upgraded decently and can maybe even be carried through the whole game. I kind of like how the sword looks. It's a bit over-designed, but I guess for these types of games, I guess it's fine, because I mean, this outfit is kind of silly and ridiculous, but hey, it's fun. It fits the style that it's going for, I guess. I liked how more practical looking the previous outfit was, but this one does have notably more style.
Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers? Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool, and I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Where are you off to, then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination.
He's not here.
This is gonna be an ambush or something.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Oh, never mind. For a second, I thought the mayor was gonna turn on us and just turn us over to the Empire or something.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street, and never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'll often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is, but better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old Burd under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill, for making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
Tell you what, we'll probably go ahead and look for him in our next session instead. For anyone out there watching, thank you. I do appreciate your time. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike. If you want to see more of this and follow along with the rest of this playthrough, go ahead and subscribe. Once again, thank you, and you have yourselves a great day. Adios.